welcome to day 10 of the 10 at 10 for 10 challenge, and you're there, so well done. So close your eyes and relax your arms by your side, feet together, and just take a moment to ground yourself. Roll your shoulders back and down, head straight, and take a deep inhale, raising your arms over your head. And exhale, bringing your arms back down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. So if you're on a mat, come to the top of your mat, or just to the top of your space, and we'll start with our warm-up of 3 sun salutations, eh? So inhale the arms up over your head, looking up at your hands, and forward fold to either brush the fingertips on the ground, or you might have your hands on your calf bones, or they might even just be around your knees, or wherever you are today. Look up at your belly button. Come to a halfway lift, so back really nice and straight. Again, wherever you might just be hands on knees or on calves, but just the back really straight. And put your hands on the floor and step back to your plank. So from here, your chaturanga, so either knees on the floor or the full half push up. And coming down to the ground to your cobra, releasing the feet. Again, all of the strength in your back so you can take your hands away. Tuck the toes and come back to a downward dog. So first dog of the day, so keep the knees bent, but really pushing out with the hands, straight arms, straight back, relax your head, maybe walking the legs out, waking up the hamstrings, getting those creaky knees juiced up, looking at your hands, stepping forward between your hands for a halfway lift, and forward fold, looking up at your belly button, and inhale the arms up over your head, looking up at your hands, and back to prayer. Okay, so now we're going to speed it up. Arms up, forward fold, halfway lift, stepping back into plank, chaturanga, cobra, tuck the toes, downward dog, and breathe. Breathing through the nose. Looking between the hands, stepping forward, halfway lift, and forward fold. Inhale the arms up, high over your head, and back to prayer, and straight into another one. Arms up, forward fold, halfway lift, stepping back into plank, chaturanga, cobra, toes, and downward dog. 3 breaths. Now the idea is your heels aren't meant to be on the ground, so if they are, move your feet back. And the idea is you have that little space between your heel and the ground, so you can really try to push them back, stretching those hamstrings, but keep your head relaxed. Looking between your hands, stepping forward, and from here bending the knees, coming straight into a chair pose. So just checking to make sure your knees aren't over your toes. You want to be able to see your big toe. For a little bit of a more challenge, put your hands together and just tuck your pelvis slightly under. Maybe sit slightly lower in the chair. And release. Lovely. Just move your feet hip distance. Then we're going to go to awkward pose. Arms out in front of you. And come up onto your tiptoes. And you want to imagine you're sliding down a wall. Keep your knees tracking so they don't splay in or out. But you want to keep your torso really, really straight. And just move your ankles slightly higher. You should really feel this in your thighs. Tiny bit lower. Feeling the burn. And release. Shake your legs out. We'll come to a little balance here. So tree pose. Taking an inhale and either balancing on your toe or putting your foot on your calf or up in your thigh. If you're nice and balanced, arms up in the air. And if you're wobbling around, just really focus on a patch of wall in front of you. And release the leg. Other side. You might find you're more balanced on one than the other. Just remember, don't put your foot on your knee joint. And release. Arms, feet really wide, and turn the right foot out, probably wider than you think. Right foot out, bend the right knee, coming into your warrior two pose. Arms really straight, looking out over your right hand. And just go slightly lower in your warrior. Back leg really strong. You want to feel your thigh muscles contracted. And straighten the leg. Swap the feet. So looking over your left foot, bend your left leg. Lovely, tiny bit lower. And straighten legs. Turning both of your feet outwards. Cactusing your arms, coming into a goddess pose. So last one of the days, so really go a little bit lower than you would normally and just go side to side, feeling that lovely thigh stretch. Just moving side to side, straightening the legs. Put your hands either side of your left foot and step back into your plank. From here, raise the right foot. And then the left foot. And come all the way down to the ground. Coming straight into your locust pose, so arms behind you, and lift your arms and feet. Keeping the legs straight. Maybe raise the feet a little higher, arms a little higher, feet a little higher, and all the way back down. Pushing yourself back into a child's pose. So this is our last position. So you're sitting back on your feet. Maybe keep your knees wider. And just walk your hands in front of you on the ground. This is going to be our final relaxation pose. So it's meant to be relaxed, and put your forehead on the ground. Maybe inviting your pelvis slightly closer towards your feet. And take a deep inhale. Filling your belly up with air. Relax your arms into the ground. Relax your shoulders into the ground. Relax your upper back into the ground. Keeping your eyes closed, just slowly walk your hands towards you. Bring yourself up to upright. And come to seated. Thank you so much for joining me for the Day 10 challenge.